student is to question, and to question is to stand up to authority. Student protests world over have changed regimes, heralded revolution, and changed society. Politicians and rulers feared student movements, and leaders of the nation have risen from student politics. The mark of a liberal democracy is the acceptance of a student's right to protest, individually or in a group, because to question is where the heart of democracy lies. In the heart of India's capital, amidst the last remaining undulations of the Aravalli, is one of the country's most prestigious universities. A university which never fails to be in the news, not always for the right reasons. So in recent times, what is it that has made the Jawaharlal Nehru University, or JNU, controversies' favourite child? The administration of JNU released a draft hostel manual on October 3, 2019, seeking suggestions from students. The manual proposed increasing the hostel fees and the introduction of a service charge. According to the new rules, the rent for a single occupancy hostel room was increased from 20 rupees a month to 600 rupees, while rent of a double occupancy room was hiked to 300 rupees from 10 rupees per month. A service charge of 1700 rupees was introduced, and the one-time refundable mess security fee went up from 5500 rupees to 12,000 rupees. The draft hostel manual also included provisions for dress code and curfew timings for students.
तीनों स्टूडेंट्स से बताया कि आप लोगों के पास कोई भी सजेशन हो तो हमें पर्सनली मेल किया जाए। तो JNU SU की तरफ से हमने वो ड्राफ्ट पढ़ा, स्टूडेंट्स ने भी पढ़ा, स्टूडेंट्स का कंसर्न था, तो हमने फिर बोला कि नहीं, ये ड्राफ्ट तो नहीं चलेगा, अगर नया ड्राफ्ट होना होगा तो हॉस्टल प्रेसिडेंट्स को लाया जाए। 4000 से ऊपर स्टूडेंट्स ने DOS को मेल किया कि ये ड्राफ्ट नहीं प्लेस किया जाए IHC मीटिंग में। इलीगली पास करवाया गया बिना JNU SU को इन्वाइट करते हुए, एंड JNU SU हैज अ वोटिंग राइट इन IHC.
The Inter-Hall Administration or IHA meeting chaired by the Vice-Chancellor was held on October 28, 2019, where the draft manual was passed without representatives from the student union.
जो हॉस्टल मैनुअल है उसके अंदर आप देखेंगे जो एक स्टूडेंट का खर्चा एक महीने का 2500 रुपये आता था, वो हॉस्टल मैनुअल लागू होने के बाद में वो फीस लगभग कई 8000 रुपये प्रति मंथ एक छात्र को देना पड़ेगा। तो 40% से ज़्यादा छात्र JNU के ऐसे हैं जो अगले सेमेस्टर में एडमिशन भी नहीं ले पाएंगे।
The students turned up in large numbers from across the ideological spectrum and staged protests against the Vice-Chancellor. On Monday, 11th November 2019, hundreds of students gathered at the JNU convocation venue where Vice President Venkaiah Naidu and HRD Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal were present. While Naidu left the premises before the protest escalated, the HRD minister was stuck inside the auditorium for over 6 hours. The police had to use water cannons and lathis to disperse the protesters.
It's just not right to use force on students, to call cops and CRPF on students protesting peacefully. We just want to have proper dialogue with you, try to understand the situation of the students, have a conversation with us if you intend to be the VC.
2 days before the convocation, Vice-Chancellor Jagadish Kumar tweeted that some students had kept Associate Dean Dr. Vandana Mishra in illegal captivity following their ongoing strike.
We students are not happy in the campus. Even he himself is not happy, so I think he must go back where he belongs.
After over 15 days of agitation, in the evening of 13th November, the HRD ministry announced that the fee hike had been partially rolled back and that protesting students should get back to classes. The hike in hostel room rents was halved to 100 rupees for double occupancy and 300 rupees for single occupancy. But the students and teachers' unions, adamant on continuing protests, termed the move and questioned the Vice-Chancellor's reluctance for a dialogue.
What are you so afraid of? And where does your allegiance lie? You know, these are your teachers. You don't, these are your students. Do not belittle their voices by saying they're a handful. Do not patronize them by saying their innocent students are getting hampered. Come out and face us.
Protests continued and students were accused of vandalizing university offices and property. JNU administration claimed that a Vivekananda statue had been vandalized by the students. But it was later revealed that while the yet-to-be-unveiled statue remained untouched, anti-BJP slogans were spray-painted on the base.
If you see that shutdown JNU campaign is going on, कि हम freeloaders हैं, freebies हैं, हमें क्यों 10 रुपए में रूम रेंट दिया जाए? आपके गांव में, आपके शहर में, हर एक एजुकेशन संस्थान में ये फी स्ट्रक्चर होना चाहिए. दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी में कभी 15 रुपए फी स्ट्रक्चर होता था. वहाँ पे रेजिस्टेंस नहीं हुआ. आज देखिए, आज ड्यू के स्टूडेंट्स लड़ रहे हैं उसी लिए कि हम लोग वापस जाए उस मॉडल में. और आज तक JNU ने उसको प्रोटेक्ट करके रखा है, तो इनके आंखों में चुभ रही है कि अभी भी दिल्ली जैसे शहर में ऐसा एक जगह है जहाँ पे लोग PhD 200 रुपये में कर लेते हैं. 200 रुपये में करते हैं बिकॉज कल 40,000 रुपये PhD का कीमत हो जाएगा तो भाई मैं नहीं कर पाऊंगी PhD, मुझे वापस बुला लिया जाएगा.
For Pranveer Bharti, an MPhil student from UP's Azamgarh, getting admission in JNU was a dream come true.
पहला हम लोग का मेरा ये था कि JNU जाना है. सबसे शिक्षा है वहाँ पे, रिसोर्सेज हैं, इंटेलेक्चुअल रिसोर्सेज हैं और एकेडमिशियन है, लेवल है, माहौल है, इन्वायरमेंट है पढ़ाई का. हालांकि मैं भी उस समय हम लोग के पास पैसे नहीं थे कि हम यहाँ पे एक तरीके से आ सकें. घर की कंडीशन भी इस तरीके से कि हम लोग यहाँ पे एडमिशन के लिए आ सकें. बट उस समय मिला, मतलब सपोर्ट था, लोगों का सपोर्ट मिला और हम लोग यहाँ पे पढ़ाई की.
According to the Jawaharlal Nehru University annual reports, over 40% of its students belong to family below poverty line. The overwhelming sentiment on campus is that there is an attempt to make education inaccessible for all.
मुझे लगता है कि शिक्षा वही है जब तक कि आप एक कॉन्शियस माइंड में नहीं है, जब तक आप सोशली या फिर पॉलिटिकली कॉन्शियस नहीं है, आप चीज़ों को लेकर के बहुत ज़्यादा सोचते नहीं हैं, तब तक मुझे नहीं लगता कि आप जो है कि शिक्षित हैं. बाबा साहब बोलते हैं कि शिक्षा शेरनी के दूध के समान है और जो पिएगा वही दहाड़ेगा. तो हमारे जैसे लोगों को शिक्षा लेने से मना किया जाता है कि हम दहाड़ न सकें. अगर ये फीस हाइक होती है तो एक तरीके से हम लोग के लिए डी रजिस्टर करने तक की नौबत आ सकती है. हमारे जैसे लोग जो लोग बैकग्राउंड से आते हैं, सोशल बैकग्राउंड से, या फिर हमारे लिए सबसे ज़्यादा मुश्किल काम होगा.
The current Vice-Chancellor of JNU, Mamidala Jagadish Kumar's tenure has been marred by controversies. JNU students first locked horns with the Jagadish Kumar administration a week after his appointment.
History will remember this Vice-Chancellor as somebody who actively destroyed this institution.
In February 2016, Delhi police arrested Kanhaiya Kumar, then president of the JNU Student Union. The arrest came after members of the BJP student wing, ABVP, alleged that Kumar's speech during an on-campus meeting was anti-national. The public meeting held on 9th of February was to protest the 2013 hanging of Afzal Guru, convicted for his role in the December 2001 parliament attack.
ना मैं किसी देश विरोधी नारे को लगाता हूं, ना उसका समर्थन करता हूं. चंद नारों से इस देश के अंदर बार बार माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी कहते हैं 125 करोड़ लोगों का यह देश है, तो क्या कुछ लोगों के नारेबाजी से वो देश हमारा टूट जाएगा? नहीं टूटेगा. हम इसको नहीं टूटने देंगे.
The students have continued to be at loggerheads with the Vice-Chancellor over his policies and alleged indifference towards the faculty and students.
Never heard of PhD candidates being selected on multiple questions, multiple objective questions. Vice Chancellor, in all his intelligence, felt this was the way forward. And what does he do? He introduces, in the new agenda, there is a suggestion that MPhil and PhD, in order to cut costs, can actually have the same paper. A campus like this has a campus development committee, and the Vice Chancellor, again in his intelligence, has sought to keep the Teachers Association and the Student Associations out of that committee. Now, we are residents of the campus, and you cannot run the university by keeping important associations out.
The Jawaharlal Nehru University is infused with an intense on-campus political life and social issues debated fiercely by the student community.
What JNU had been, JNU is still. And I'm proud of the fact, being a JNUite today, that people all over the country is not fighting for certain things, talking about those things that JNU today is talking. And that is what makes JNU special. JNU has been the voice for the voiceless. And that is continuing. That has not changed within JNU. Things have changed obviously outside the campus, people's understanding about JNU, but it's fine, we will change it.
It was after Kanhaiya Kumar and the sedition case against him that JNU became branded as anti-national by some sections of society. For students like Aisha, the tag has no relevance.
Every other university where there is a dissent now has been ghettoized and told that they are anti-nation. If we are talking for a right to study, right to existence, I don't think so we are anti-national.
Does the anti-national tag anger you, hurt you?
No.
Indifferent to it?
No. We don't care. We are JNU, we will remain JNU.
JNU के जो एलुमनाई हैं, फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर यहाँ पे है, फॉरेन मिनिस्टर यहाँ पे हैं, अभी अभिजीत बनर्जी को नोबेल मिला है, ऐसे लोग JNU में पढ़ते हैं, तो उनको आप बदनाम ना करिए.
In October 2016, a JNU student, Najib Ahmed, went missing from the university campus after an altercation with members of ABVP. Najib has not been traced in 3 years, and there have been umpteen protests on and off campus on the issue.
So we had Najib disappearing from JNU and our VC not even meeting the parents, not even meeting the mother. So it's not just a fee hike and it's not just privatization alone. There's this dehumanization aspect which is very, very disturbing.
Can you think the insensitivity of an administration where its own student is sitting for an hunger strike for 9 days and I was hospitalized, along with me 9 students were hospitalized, I was at AIMS, and the administration doesn't come to me. So tomorrow there might be a situation if there are students who are coming from such poor backgrounds, they might go and take an extreme step, the administration doesn't care.
On 13th November 2019, the Union Home Ministry approved the deployment of CISF at the Vishwa Bharati University campus in Shantiniketan in West Bengal. With this, the university established by Rabindranath Tagore became the first central university to have CISF stationed permanently on its campus. Earlier, media reports cited Vice Chancellor of Vishwa Bharati University, Vidyut Chakrabarti, requesting for CISF deployment in the campus. His reasons were that at times of agitations, private security personnel remained silent onlookers and listened to politicians rather than the university officials. Sources say that citing this as the reason, the central government is now going to assess the possibility of deploying CISF in other central universities as well. Having faced a slew of violent university protests in the past, the NDA government measures seem to be aimed at being able to control student agitations like the one that hit the University of Hyderabad in 2016. On 17th January that year, Rohith Vemula hung himself in a university hostel room that he was no longer allowed to occupy.
మైనారిటీస్ మీకు వచ్చే వాళ్ళని కానీ దళితుల మీద మాట్లాడే వాళ్ళు కానీ కనబడితే రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ అనేసింది నేను పలానా పార్టీ
ఎందుకు చింపావు?
కనబడింది చింపాను
కనబడింది చింపాను.
The University of Hyderabad witnessed clashes followed by emotional protests of Dalit students in campus. At the epicenter of it were 5 Dalit students who had been suspended by the university following a clash with an ABVP leader. These students and other Ambedkar Students Association ASA members had run into trouble with the college authorities in the summer of 2015. They had organized protests against the hanging of Yaqub Menon, convicted for his involvement in the Bombay bomb blasts of 1993. Their opposition, they said, was one based on principle against capital punishment. They got embroiled in a verbal war with ABVP members. The ABVP alleged that ASA had resorted to violence and the university commissioned a probe that suspended the 5 Dalit students. One of the 5 suspended PhD students who had started to live in a makeshift tent in the campus after being evicted from the hostel was Rohith Vemula.
ఎందుకు
ఎందుకు
కారణం ఏంది? మేము పక్కన నుంచే పోతుంటే చింపావు. మేము పక్కన నుంచి పోతుంటే చూసి మమ్మల్ని చూసి
చూడలేదు. ఎవరు చించడం అయ్యాం కాదు, కనబడింది చించాను.
ఎందుకు చింపినావు?
ఏబీపీ కనబడింది చించాను. అది శాపం కళ కనబడింది, హిందుత్వ కళ కనబడింది, ఆర్ఎస్ఎస్ కళ కనబడింది.
పొద్దున మీ ఇంట్లో సాఫ్రాన్ ఉంటాయి, చింపుతావా? ఏది ఉంటుంది? చీరాలు ఉంటాయి, చింపుతావా? చీరాలు ఉంటాయి, చింపుతావా?
మా ఇంట్లో
Untimely death of Vemula triggered a student unrest that spread beyond the Hyderabad University campus. In February 2016, 1,547 kilometers from Hyderabad, students at the Jawaharlal Nehru University in Delhi were protesting against the ABVP when an incident on the 9th of February sparked ripples that impacted student movements in universities and colleges across the country. And it struck an acrimonious chord at the heart of national politics.
The 9th Feb so-called conspiracy happened, in which till date Delhi police could not file a charge sheet. The Delhi High Court has scrapped all the punishments or stayed the punishments.
जो कन्हैया कुमार वाला इंसिडेंट हुआ था, तो उसके बाद में कैंपस में बहुत ज़्यादा सर्विलांस का माहौल हो गया था और इस टाइम पे बहुत स्टूडेंट्स को टारगेट करना स्टार्ट किया जा रहा था.
While Kanhaiya Kumar and 5 other students had been arrested in the case, the Delhi police later admitted in court had not been seen raising any anti-national slogans in the video footage available. The Delhi High Court later granted him and all other accused bail in the case. However, despite the police's admission that they had no evidence of anti-national sloganeering by Kumar and certainly no evidence of incitement of violence, the administration has yet to admit that the arrests were wrong. JNU campus kept boiling, and during the student body election of 2018, it once again hit the headlines.
उमर खालिद और कन्हैया कुमार की घटना इसका एक पार्ट था, लेकिन जो वॉयलेंस है, क्योंकि वो बार बार इस तरह की टेक्निक को इस्तेमाल करना चाहते हैं, क्योंकि उनको लगता है कि हम अभी मतलब सरकार में हैं, सत्ता में हैं और हमको पूरी इम्प्यूनिटी मिली हुई.
9 फरवरी 2016 के बाद जो इनका सच था कैंपस का, वो सबके बाहर आया है. और 9 फरवरी 2016 में किस तरीके से इन्होंने वायलेंस किया है, किस तरीके से इन्होंने देश के खिलाफ नारा लगाया है, वो जग जाहिर है.
Every time JNU has been in the news, the debate over patriotism and anti-nationalism inevitably raises its head in the public platform.
JNU, there's an image that has been built. There's a discourse. Now, for instance, the discourse said we are anti-national. Why are we anti-national? Because we are criticizing the army.
उसी JNU से भारत के 10 टुकड़े करने की बात हुई. उसी JNU के प्रोफेसर ने खुलेआम यह ऐलान किया कि कश्मीर पर भारत की सेना ने कब्जा कर रखा है. जब इस तरह के बयान और इस तरह के कार्यक्रम वहाँ किए जाते हैं, भले ही छोटा ग्रुप है, लेकिन उस पर नाम जवाहरलाल नेहरू यूनिवर्सिटी का आता है.
So there are the definition of my India is that I want Kashmiris and Nagas to feel as much Indian and belong here. I don't want every single other person not to feel at home.
This clash over ideology, many of the times between the ones who are left-leaning and those who back the current dispensations of Hindutva brand of politics. And the clashes are not restricted to JNU. As recently as September 2019, a run-of-the-mill student protest turned into a full-fledged row between the ABVP and left-wing affiliated students. Caught in the middle was Union Minister Babul Supriyo, who was there to attend a seminar hosted by the ABVP in Jadavpur University in West Bengal. Left-wing students protested his presence and a skirmish broke out, both sides accusing the other of heckling and manhandling. The Jadavpur University campus protests went on well after the Union Minister had been rescued by the Vice-Chancellor himself, who, as the governor of the state, came in his own car. While the Jadavpur incident was a sporadic one, the likes of which can break out anywhere, the one in JNU is different, because while the spark may be momentary, the aftermath is long drawn out. In this instance, it was the JNU Vice-Chancellor Mamidala who, in a series of social media posts, brought to the notice of the world that the students of the university were agitating. The VC's posts were about how some students had kept the Associate Dean, Dr. Vandana Mishra, in illegal captivity following their ongoing strike against a new draft hostel manual approved by the varsity administration. It has already been a week, and though the government announced partial rollback in the fee hike, the JNU campus continues to simmer.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.